Definitely something moving in there, but... So I just heard a noise in this area. Oh God. A little walk down the road to see more with. Hello and welcome back to the Supersensible Steve Show. This episode is the first of a North Wales three-parter, where we'll be investigating some haunted outdoor locations steeped in history. To start us off, we'll be heading to Broughton, to an abandoned road named Old Warren. During the 1930s, this quiet, heavily wooded road was used by young couples for some alone time. Little did they know they wouldn't be alone for very long. From the darkness, a 7-foot tall, thin and elderly man would appear. If that wasn't strange enough, the man wasn't walking, but gliding above the ground. Upon closer inspection, it was clear he was a man of the cloth. Not a sound was made, and he made no attempt to acknowledge the couple. However, vehicle lights mysteriously flickered during the event. There are two known sightings of what is now known as the floating Vicar. The area is also known for unexplained lights seen floating in the forest. As far as I can tell, this stretch of road was closed in the 80s. Ordnance survey maps clearly show the road is still in use up until the late 60s. The A55 of the North Wales Expressway now runs alongside the Old Warren Road. That section of road, from East Broughton to Northup Hall, was opened in 1983, and I can only assume the new road made that stretch of Old Warren redundant, and closing it probably reduced traffic through the Old Warren village. During the investigation, we need to keep in mind that this stretch of road is far creepier now than it was back during the 30s. Dead leaves cover the tarmac, and the disused cat's eyes, the kind of Percy Shaw's original invention, protrude from the ground, clearly in a state of disrepair. Investigating outdoors comes with many challenges. All areas we cover over these 3 episodes are open to the public, so interference from external sources must be considered. There will be a much larger area for the UV lamp to cover for the night vision camera, so video footage will be compromised. It's also more likely for wildlife to make themselves known, opposed to maybe the odd rat going about his business in a haunted house. With these things in mind, let's head to our location and begin the investigation. So here we are, the Old Warren, looking for the floating Vicar. He said to approach a young couple that were on a motorbike, about 7 foot tall, and he's floating above the floor. Again, we're outside, so we're going to go away and use a trusty EMF meter. If the floating Vicar's here, why don't you approach me and turn this green light to red? If you can use your energy to make the light flash or change colour, don't mean you any harm. So this is an abandoned road. You can still see the cat's eyes around. Again, full moon. quite see. If a floating Vicar's here, why did you approach that couple? Can you make your energy known? If you can approach me, turn the green light to red. Use your energy. I'll go for a little wander. So there is the main road, the A55 beyond this section here. I've got the EMF meter to my side. If it starts peaking, I'll let you know. It's just that when I've got the IR lamp on, it's difficult to see the reading anyway, so you just have to trust me. Obviously there's no flat surface to use the laser grid. You hear the motorway beyond the wall. Take a little walk down the road to see more with the floating Vicar's here. Can you make yourself known? Maybe whisper into the microphone. The floating Vicar's there. Please make yourself known. I think I heard a crack there, but it could be. Definitely something moving in there, but so I just heard a noise in this area. God, it's a bit dark. But to be honest, could be anything. Animals, squirrels. If you're there, can you give us a sign? Come forward.
As the investigation comes to a close, we are left with two open questions. First off, a light anomaly is seen floating past the EMF meter that we just asked the floating Vicar to interact with. The meter did not pick up on any EMF fluctuations, however. Does this discount any ghostly interaction? Or instead is it a flying insect? In this case, I think it's something else completely. Seconds later in the video, lens flare can be seen from the single light illuminated on the EMF meter itself. I think this orb is just lens flare, and the motion of the light can be explained by the motion of the camera versus the static EMF meter. Our second piece of evidence to discuss is the noise coming from the surrounding woods. The noise itself is clear, maybe evidence of snapping branches, However, as we have no control over the area, this is most likely down to wildlife. But what do you think? Drop a comment below. You might have seen something we've missed.
Next time on the Supersensible Steve Show.